We're in lockdown, sweetie. I know, it sucks. Me. I think that's the only word to describe it, because that's probably what everyone through the entire Brisbane's thinking right now. Another lockdown. And yes, it's official. Brisbane is going to go through a 3-day lockdown from 6 p.m. tonight on a Friday until Monday, 6 o'clock at night. And this is pretty bad because for me personally, for restaurant, the busiest days are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So that's all my bookings just completely out the door. My first order for today is to get the diary out and just to cancel pretty much every single booking on the books, which is pretty because I was supposed to have annual holidays. Yes, that bloke feels exactly how I feel. Enraged. This is outrageous. So I'm only 3 days out from annual holidays. I get a week and a half in January, which is coming up, and then this happens. So it's really put a spanner in the works because, you know, I've got enough problems already on a Friday. I've got to cook a batch of fur now, and all because of this lockdown, we got to revert back to takeaway mode. So I guess that's the silver lining, that restaurants and cafes can still be open, but on a limited basis for takeaway. And we've been through this during lockdown, and this was actually a video I wasn't meant to make for another couple of weeks, but since we're in the moment now, I just want to give you guys a bit of an insight into how a lockdown like this affects a restaurant here. So already I can see out in the streets people starting to wear face masks, and that's someone calling. Should I take it? Yeah, let's take it. Hello, fuck you.
Hey, is this fuck you?
Yes, it is.
Hey, I was just seeing if you guys are open at the moment.
No, we don't open for lunch, sorry. Not on a Friday.
Okay, till when? What time?
Yeah, what's that, sorry?
Till what time? What time are you guys open?
Yeah, but the problem is we're locked down from tonight, so we're only open for takeaway from tonight, from 5 o'clock.
From 5, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Right,
too easy. Thank
Yeah.
you, bye. So there you go, I couldn't have made that up. So just outside, I can see people already starting to wear face masks, and so basically what it is, from 6 p.m. tonight in Brisbane, if you're out and about, you're gonna wear a face mask, and that's probably the hottest item at the moment. So what I'm gonna do now is just finish my coffee, and then I'm gonna go through the bookings and pretty much email everyone back or text them back to say that it's not happening, and you might have to wait 2 weeks until we reopen to have some dine-in. And this is pretty funny because last night we were supposed to have a really large table of 9 people to come in for a fur. They wanted to see if they can move it to tonight, which is Friday night, and it looks like because of the lockdown, they're not going to be able to come in. Which is funny because I happen to be sitting right next to the sign that I made, which is the Soup Nazi from my favorite sitcom Seinfeld. So it looks like they're gonna have no fur for you. Come back in a couple of weeks because we're closed for annual holidays. Hey guys.
I like that.
You like it? He's funny.
No fur for you. Come back in 1 year.
Hey, you look like him. Hey, Stanny. Go stand there. You look exactly like him. All right, stand there and do that. Hang on. All right, let's. It looks like him exactly.
Let's see.
No, what if
Hang on. I got to. I'm recording it.
No, what if I had the same hairstyle as Daniel? I could be the same like this.
Wait, no, there's a difference. He has a moustache, I don't.
Yeah,
And
you'll
he
get
also-
one.
And he hasn't shaved his beard.
Yeah.
Am I like the younger version of him?
Yeah. What do you guys reckon? Comment in the comment section. Does Daniel look like the Soup Nazi?
Let me.
Yeah. Oh wow. You ruined my video yesterday already. Stop. All right, so I'll go to ring back these customers and tell them it's off, and then I'm gonna go in and cook a batch of pho.
No, can I watch you? Can I take a video of you on the camera, the big thingy?
He really wants to be my cameraman. So what I'm doing now is just going through the bookings and cancelling them. I don't have a template ready, so we're gonna do this together. Just keep it nice and simple. Might add in, unfortunately, I like using that word, unfortunately. Unfortunately, due to the lockdown, the store is closed for dine-in until further notice. I'm gonna copy this. So I'm just logging onto my website just to update it with the news of the lockdown. And unlike all the big YouTubers out there who get their videos sponsored by Squarespace, this one isn't. I just happen to use Squarespace, and I find it really, really easy, especially when you gotta, for situations like this where you gotta change information without having to, call up your web designer. And it's funny here, I wrote Happy New Year. The store is open as per usual. Obviously, it's gonna be impacted by this. So that's a great thing about Squarespace. I can update this instantly so that my customers are up to date with what's happening with the store. Alright, so now that the back end's sorted, I got to go out now and buy some more bags to put the takeaway orders in over the next couple of days. And I found these are great, but when it comes to soups and really large takeaway orders for multiple soups, the best is still a box. So I'm going to head down to Acacia Ridge to a place called the Box Factory. And during the first lockdown, we brought hundreds and hundreds of boxes, and we found it was just so convenient to be able to pack it in so that when customers get here, they can just pick it up and transport it safely in their car really conveniently so that they can get it home. So that's the next challenge for today. And that's great. We just got a 5-star review come in. 5-star rating. So eventually I'm going to do a segment where I read good reviews and bad reviews. Might call it Chef Reads Mean Google Reviews. All good reviews. So just pulled up to the Box Factory in Acacia Ridge, and to be honest, the last time I was here was about 6 months ago during the last lockdown. We brought hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of boxes off them. And when we first started, it was only like a pack of 25, and we thought it wasn't going to go anywhere, but it was an essential part of getting through that first lockdown period, because just some of the large orders which contain soups, it is so much easier to put it in an actual box than in a plastic bag or a little carry bag. So I've been here a lot of times. It's great, and prices are pretty good as well. So I'm gonna head in. I think they're gonna close in about a couple of minutes. Hey, how are you? Got my boxes. So that was pretty weird. I'm at Acacia Ridge Woolies, and the queue wasn't as bad as it looked in the newspapers. I think in the newspaper they just took the worst place, where the queue they said was like 2 hours to get into Woolies. But here, yeah, there was a bit of a queue, but I was in there in about a couple of minutes. And even before you got in, they told you straight up, what are you here for? If you're after meat, sorry, there's nothing left on the shelf. Yeah, so it's not too bad at the moment. You thought it's one of those scenes from a Hollywood movie where the supermarket shelves are stripped completely bare, but it's not like that. There's still plenty of stuff. I just went in to buy some sugar to finish off my batch of pho and a bit of cat food. for my 2 cats. So when I woke up this morning, the 2 biggest things for me was, probably 3 biggest things was, 1, the uncertainty of what's going to happen over the next few days. I've got no idea whether it's going to be completely dead or it's going to be busy, but either way, I've kept all my staff on, even though a couple of them didn't want to work, and that's completely fine. The second thing was that stressed me out was just finding a mask. I knew as soon as I heard the news that masks were mandatory that, you know, it's going to be a big problem, because basically when you got the entire Brisbane trying to fight over whatever's left, yeah, there's going to be a shortage. So luckily the barbershop next door gave me one. It sort of helps when I'm their landlord, so they didn't want anything for it, but I gave them $10 for this one here because I wanted a black one. And I said this morning that Alyssa found one for $30 a mask. Even though she placed an order, that order ended up getting cancelled because they just didn't have stock. And I think the fact that this came on so suddenly, no one had time to pretty much prepare. And I, like a lot of people, you know, found myself probably kicking myself because I knew, just knowing that we had so much time to even buy one mask as a backup, but obviously we didn't. And this is what happens when there's when demand just outstrips supply. So that's the second thing. Thirdly is just finding enough, just having carry bags and boxes to stock up over the next few days for 100% takeaway. Obviously no one's dining in, so there's no washing of dishes or bowls or whatnot, but the trade-off there is takeaway, and you're going to have a lot of just bags and boxes for the staff to easily pack the order, and for the customer to be able to easily take that box or bag into their car and transport it home. So those are the 2 biggest things, but I've sorted the 2 of them out, and now I'm just heading back to the store, and we're just going to have to play it by ear and see what happens. Got to the store and there's quite a few orders already, so what we're going to do is we're going to close the front door. I'm going to use this new section here with the 2 windows for customers to be able to order as well as pick up. So last time we had the lockdown, we pretty much moved all the tables and converted this into almost like a factory. We just stack boxes, and whenever people's orders come in, we grab a box or a bag and start packing it. Ah,
Cái này là $5
$5 for this.
$5, cái này là $5 á.
Oh
Nó
my
giỡn, cái này là
god.
$5 á.
No, I want the nice one.
No,
I want that one.
no, this is $10. This is 10 and this one is
This one is the not. This one,
reusable.
yeah. This one looks classier.
But this one is for you.
This one makes me look like I work in a factory. Hello. It looks good. Looks nice. Alright, so usually I go for an order of people dining in, but tonight let's go for an order, takeaway order. Okay, mình có chả giò tôm, banh, barbecue, một cái phở gà và một cái đặc biệt ba. Preheating the oven. And this is my batch of pho today. So we've got 15 minutes. Okay, so this is the prawn spring rolls. I like 5 minutes. Press that button. Buns in the oven, 14 minutes. So we've got a chicken pho and a DB3. But this one here, they wanted no noodles. So if there's no noodles, we give them Asian greens instead of noodles. So DB3 has rare beef, brisket, and a rib. That one's good to go. Chef Mike here gets a good workout during lockdown because most of the soups gets reheated in the microwave. So we've got another order come in. 2 DB4s, another prawn spring roll, and a clear noodle. Alright, so that's the spring rolls done. Alright, Chef Mike's done. Can you believe this? We ran out of clear noodle. This order here has clear noodle. And straight after that, it's like this person knew we ran out and ordered the same thing, clear noodles again. So we're gonna have to waste our time and call this person back. Em gọi họ lại đâu? Hay là chỉ làm đại egg noodle? Seriously, it's like as soon as we run out of something, everyone jumps on that item. It's like a conspiracy. Steam bun's ready. So whenever you're opening one of these ovens, you must open it and let it release to get all the steam up. So if you open it like this, you're gonna end up getting burnt. What I like to do is grab the docket and just grab that since it's hot. Okay, can I order some chicken nha? Alright, so you notice the top of these look pretty funny. That's because we're cutting them. And the reason we cut them is because these paper bags here, these carry bags, when you, this is hard to do with one hand. Alright, I'm going to put this down. Alright, so basically these carrier bags here don't have much support on the bottom. So during the lockdown, what I figured out was, why don't we cut the edges of the boxes and pretty much line the bottom so that when we put the food in here, it's nice and sturdy. So that's a little hack that I made up. Which explains why the top of the boxes look pretty bad. Alright, so those grids there, I use it to weigh down the brisket, because what you find is when you cook brisket, it starts to float, so you don't want it uneven. That's why we push it down, which means you get even cooking through the whole process. Now I'm going to remove the spices and all just the aromatics. It's cinnamon. So you remember yesterday's video, we finished off the 24-hour bone broth, and today I've used that broth to pretty much, what's the word? Just blend it into the luxury blend fur that you see here. Alright, so once we've removed all this, it's time to go fishing, brisket fishing. So this is a great back exercise. You sort of, this one's a heavy one. I just been to the gym the other day, so sometimes you need help. Okay, that was heavy. So this exercise, good back exercise. You got your forearms working pretty hard as well, and wrists. That's it. Okay, now these briskets are going to go straight into the glass chiller. Urinox. Alright, we're going to go across the road and buy some groceries. Let's go. Alright, so this is my first time in public. It's the first time in public since this lockdown. Alright, she's gonna go in it. Em mua cho em một cái Red Bull được không? Nó tại anh vô cái locker này nè. So I'm picking some things up from the Amazon locker just across the road. This is so cool. Whoa. Really quiet out on the streets. It's like dead. It's actually the second time I used Amazon, and I actually really like it. Its shipping is so quick. Did you get it? Okay, let's go. So she's guessing what we're gonna need tonight because we don't want to make multiple trips across the road. Right. It's dead. We can just stand in the middle of the road.
Stand in the middle, take a picture, a video.
So this is where the boxes come in handy for a really large order like this. We can put everything in and the customer can put it in their car, and it's nice and safe and sturdy. So it's 7:30 and orders are still trickling in slowly.
So that lady there ordered for 8:30, but she rang up to say she was running late, so it's 8:45, and she's picked up her order. So now I'm just closing up. So one of the benefits of doing takeaway is you get to go home early. By 8 o'clock, things trickle off. So depending on how quickly you clean up, you can be out of here by 9 o'clock. This is opposed to if you're running a full-on restaurant, 8:30, you know, you still got customers here, and by the time you finish, it's probably about 10:30. So it's been a while since we had this, so, you know, I don't mind an early night off. But having said that, we still got a lot of work to do. Inside, we just finished our batch of luxury blend fur, but straight after that, we're gonna clean the 311 and go straight on to the overnight pork bones, because tomorrow I'm cooking a batch of bumbahoe